I was 8 years old. Ran to Shenanjia. Swallowed a piece of extraterrestrial meteorite. Brought some meteorite fragments back to my parents to eat. All thought I was crazy. Think to lock me in a mental hospital. Little did they know that global beastification was about to happen. Strange meteorites would fall from the sky, transforming humans into lumps of raw stone beasts. This raw stone in Shenanjia. Past life created an indestructible mighty beast, capable of dominating the ancient 10 longevity emperors. I am reborn 12 hours before the global sale. Front of my classmates shot dies. Rushed straight out of the classroom. Only goal. Primal raw stone of the indestructible mighty beast in Shenanjia. The school gate. School bully G. Boda leaning against the wall with 3 followers. Seeing me rush out. Immediately grins and shows off his prestigious school. Isn't that Lin the fool? Is he skipping class? Ha ha. Right, we guys are tight on cash lately. 5 seconds, sep. In order/count, take out 500 yuan. Boda said as he reached out to push my shoulder. Eyes full of disdain. Eyes also cold. Or his hand could touch me. Slapped him hard across the face with a backhand. Crisp sound echoed through the entire street. Boda was knocked flying 3 meters away. Crashed into the wall and was stunned. 3 followers around him also froze in fear. Coldly shot him a glance. Voice carried a biting meaning, rolling. Try to stop me. 3 days later. Guarantee you won't even have the chance to turn into a pig. Sentence exploded like a thunderclap beside G. Boda. Whole body trembled. Suddenly, an extreme fear arose inexplicably. Couldn't be bothered with this group of petty clowns. Directly ran to the back mountain. When I was less than 1 kilometer from the fall point. Sudden cry for help came from nearby. Also fierce howls of wolves. Girls' screams. Footsteps paused. Eyebrows instantly furrowed, something's wrong. According to the previous life's timeline at this point in time, there would be no tourists breaking into the depths. Originally wanted to take a detour. Less trouble the better. Desperate cries for help grew closer. Already carrying a despairing sobbing tone. The excited growls of wild wolves. Really at a life and death juncture. Clenched the dagger in my hand. Turned around and headed towards the direction of the cries for help. Urging forward. Clearing deep in the dense forest. Young brother and sister. Surrounded by 5 wild wolves. Boy looks only 15 or 16. Aching all over. Still holding a thick branch. Standing in front of his sister. Alpha wolf growled fiercely. Suddenly. Hitting fiercely at the girl's neck. This moment. Suddenly exerted force under my feet. Figure moved like a ghost. Dagger in my hand sliced through the air. Hitting a cold, sharp gleam. Before the head wolf's fangs nearly touched the girl's neck. Split second before. Dagger precisely sliced across his neck. Wolf's head flew off directly. Body fell heavily to the ground. After a couple of convulsions, it was no longer breathing. All this happened in the blink of an eye. Remaining 4 wolves were furious. Really caught off guard. Wondering why the prey they had in their sights was suddenly snatched away. Girl was also stunned. He's full of disbelief. Coldly spoke. Not turning my head, I said, "What are you standing there for? You don't want to die, back off." Brother and sister then reacted. Quickly retreated behind me. 4 wolves reacted. Out angry growls. Pounced towards me. A swift slash. Eyeing on my previous life swordsmanship. Blink of an eye, they had subdued and eliminated the 5 wild wolves. Siblings behind them were completely stunned. Never expected. Boy who looked only about 8 years old. Easily kill 5 wild wolves. Oh. Name is Qin Yaru. This is my younger brother Qin Xiaoming. Thank you for saving us. Expected, they are Qin Yi. Sole heir of the Qin family group. Cast a glance at them. Without any hesitation. Turned around and plunged into the dense forest. Then 10 minutes before the meteorite falls. Ran wildly all the way. Finally, 3 minutes before the meteorite's descent. Arrived at the birthplace of the invincible Hmong in my past life. Hidden valley surrounded by mountains on all sides. Place is deserted. Very few beasts even step here. Is exactly the precise landing point of the raw stone. Stopped in my tracks. A deep breath. Looking at the pitch-black night sky. 12 seconds, sap. In order/count, my heart is pounding wildly. Raw stone wrapped in flames. Already broken through the atmosphere. Carrying immense power. Fiercely crashed down towards my head. At this moment I suddenly raised both arms. Light in my eyes is more dazzling than the flames in the sky. Meteorite, which was about to hit the ground hard, suddenly stopped less than half a meter above my head. Hovered steadily in midair. Next second, I opened my mouth. And a fist-sized raw stone. Swallowed it down. Extremely terrifying power. Instantly swept through my entire body. I clenched my teeth tightly. Without making a sound. My body. Instantly enveloped by a dazzling blue light. Blazing light. Illuminated the night sky of Shenanjia. Thousands of kilometers away. See this pillar of light piercing through the darkness? 3 minutes later. Light alkali slowly dissipates. Only a single one remains in place. Covered entirely with dark blue scales. Heat emitting a faint blue glow. A pair of indifferent trees overlook the entire valley. Succeeded. Transformed into an immortal horse. The dense forests all around. Roars of beasts echo repeatedly. Of worried green eyes light up in the darkness. Staring fixedly at the light alkali in the valley. Tons of wild beasts at least. Aura of raw stones. The deadly attraction to these beasts. A bright lamp in the night, attracting all the killers around. The light alkali dissipates, and no longer hold back their greed. Listen eager. Lava drips from their fangs onto the ground, stepping closer and closer into the valley. Industry watches with worried eyes all around, aching with fear, instinctively leaning closer to me. Understands that the only thing that can protect him, be the one before me. Personally watched the giant python transform, lift my huge tongue, silently glance at the surrounding secret commands. Over 20 lone wolves, 5 leopards, black bears and also arrive. Truly don't know what they're doing to me. Just as I prepare to set out, deal with these reckless things. Old mechanical eagle suddenly sounds in my mind. Deep. Detecting host awakening top mutation undead mung. Line infinite devouring myth purification system activated. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 10x devouring critical hit card X1. Again. Thick undead and immortal passive, basic mental power scan. Full range system. Squint my icy tree trunk. Watching the surrounding wolves and flower treasures eager to move. Into bloodthirsty light flashes in my eyes. Faked for testing my new system on you. This body of undead mung. Huge snake body suddenly jerks. The sword drawn from its sheath. Edging straight towards the wolf pack closest to me. Wolf pack saw me rushing over. Not only did they not fear. Instead, they let out excited growls. More than 20 wild wolves lunged at me fiercely. Their eyes. Just a slightly larger snake. Prey to steal away. They don't know. We're facing the future undead mighty overlord. Reborn from the depths of hell. Roar loudly. Snaketail suddenly whips around. Seeing the power of 10,000 troops. Fiercely striking the front 5 wild wolves. Crisp cracking sounds. Bodies of those 5 wolves. Shattered directly by me. Bones and flesh splatter everywhere. Die instantly without even a scream. Remaining wolves go berserk. Really unprepared. The terrifying strength I possess. Hunger and greed still overpower fear. Howl. Charging from all directions towards me. To tear me apart with numerical superiority. Huge snake body suddenly coils up. Opening its bloody maw. It's down on one wolf's body in a single bite. Fangs instantly pierce through its flesh. And is injected into its body in an instant. Dies without even struggling. Body blackens and rots visibly at a speed visible to the naked eye. I suddenly shake my head. Swallowing its body whole. Successfully devouring one wolf and gaining 1 growth point. Hearing a 10x devouring critical hit card. Congratulations to the host for gaining 10 growth points. Mechanical eagle sounds in my mind. Eyes brighten. Actually triggered a 10x critical hit. This is so awesome, now I am even more eager to kill. Huge snake body shuttles through the valley. Tail flick can take away several wolf lives. Time I open my mouth, I can swallow a wolf. Gaining massive growth points. Speed is pushed to the extreme. Surpassing all existing pythons on Earth. Even prehistoric titan pythons. Such terrifying explosive power is mine. Also sits on the ground watching the scene before him. Completely stunned. Sitting less than 3 meters from me. Every time I brush past him, a gust of wind rises. My scales. And even touch his coat. I'm clearly a fierce beast just transformed. Possess extreme control. Clear consciousness. This is not something an ordinary beast can achieve. Less than 5 minutes later. Entire wolf pack of over 20 wolves is wiped out by me. Swallowed into my belly. I turn around to look at the 5 leopards hiding behind the trees. Trembling in fear. 2 black bears. Leopards and bears. Just eager to attack earlier. Seeing me slaughter the wolf pack. Are already terrified out of their wits and turn to run. It's too late to escape. Huge snake tail suddenly whips around. Handling a large tree as thick as 2 people side by side. A sudden force. Shoot out like a cannonball. Instantly catching up with the leopards. Opening my bloody maw. One by one. Less than 20 seconds. 5 leopards are swallowed by me. 2 black bears, frightened, let out terrified roars. Trying to dash into the dense forest. Could I give them a chance? Speed boost skill activates instantly. Speed triples. Instantly blocking their way. 2 black bears, faced with me. Cornered. Howling angrily. Ending up and slamming towards me. Paws with whistling wind. Powerful enough to shatter steel plates. Don't dodge or evade. You're his strike head on. Loud gust of wind. Air paw hits my scales. Didn't even leave a trace. Dead, he was shaken so much that he howled loudly. Palms and drums were cracked. Looked at him. Eyes were full of disdain. Just this bit of strength, he dares to show off in front of me? Massive snake body suddenly wrapped around him. Squeezed tightly. Sound of bones breaking was endless. Less than 10 seconds. Black bears had all their bones crushed by me. Completely lost their breath. Swallowed in 1 gulp by me. Successfully devoured the leopard and black bear XR. Triggered a 10x critical hit. And 170 growth points. Want to evolve immediately? Look at the system panel in my mind. It's full of excitement. Surprisingly enough directly. Still gained 80 points. First battle is over. Have directly accumulated enough for the first evolution. Didn't evolve immediately. Are many people and distractions here. Like with the piano still seems to be here. And I've already heard the distant siren. The roar of helicopters. Low just now when the raw stone fell. The sounds of my fighting. Already alarmed the outside world. Military personnel have already arrived. Look down at Chinyiru slumped on the ground. Silently meets my gaze, Shutong. Trembles all over in fright. Face turns pale, and he quickly waves his hand. Voice trembling as he said to me. Won't say it out loud. Absolutely won't tell anyone about tonight's matter. Don't eat me, he said, his legs giving way. Sat directly on the ground. Others were scared out of him. Looking down. Ground illuminated by the moonlight is already wet. Nearsightedness scared me into losing control. I looked at him. Tongue slightly tilted. In a previous life, I struggled for half a lifetime in the wasteland. Only the mutated ones have never eaten humans. Not because I'm kind-hearted. I always feel that. The world will make me lose my last bit of stubbornness. Me into a beast that only knows how to kill. Moreover, Jinyaru still has great use in the future. Information network in his hand is the thing I need most. Looked at him and slowly nodded. Jinyaru saw my nod. Whole person froze. Eyes were full of disbelief. Actually understood what I was saying. Nodded in response. This moment. Distant sirens grew louder. Roar of helicopters. Already reached above the valley. Beam of the searchlights pierced through the dense forest. Shining into the valley. Hooking onto my body tightly. Knew I couldn't stay any longer. Military personnel had already arrived. Looked deeply at Jinyaru. Releasing a mental force. The back of his hand. A faint blue snake-shaped mark. Mark allows him to sense my location. So lets me find him at any time. And trigger my ancestral pressure when he is in danger. Frightening ordinary mutants away. When I turned around. Huge snake body moved. A ghost, it slipped into the depths of the forest. Disappearing instantly into the night. Leaving Jinyaru sitting alone on the ground. Watching the direction I disappeared. Stunned for a long time. Looked down at the snake-shaped mark on his hand. A trace of complex light flashed in his beautiful eyes. Clenching his fists tightly. The entrance of the forbidden zone outside the Shenanjia was already surrounded tightly by the military and police. Dozens of police cars and armored vehicles were parked on the roadside. Police with live ammunition had set up a warning line. 3 armed helicopters were circling in the air. Searchlights kept sweeping through the dense forest. Detective Captain Yang Ming was holding a telescope. Looking into the forest. Face was extremely serious. Just received an alarm call from Qin Xiaoming, saying that a meteorite had fallen deep in Shenanjia. Sister was missing. It was a wild wolf attack. Originally, just thought it was an ordinary missing persons case. When they detected deep within Shenanjia, extremely strong energy fluctuation appeared, comparable to a small nuclear explosion. Immediately issued a level 1 alert. Ordered all personnel to bring heavy weapons and support. Then did they realize things had gotten serious. Captain, what did you see? An officer nearby asked softly, hands tightly gripping the gun. Palms sweaty. Yang Ming swallowed hard. Toward his binoculars. Eyes full of disbelief. Voice trembling. I think I just saw a luminous steed. About 10 meters long. Entirely blue. An officer was speechless upon hearing this. Captain, you must be seeing things. Could there be a luminous steed in this world? 10 meters long. In the largest forest in the world. Less than 10 meters. Or he could finish speaking. Pupils suddenly widened. Ting in the direction of the dense forest. Voice changed. Almost breaking. Captain of the Python Snake Team. You see it? Yang Ming looked up sharply. Following his finger, he saw the edge of the dense forest. Steed emitting a faint blue glow. Moving with a massive body. The ghostly apparition. Slipped out through a gap in the protective barrier. Its huge body thicker than a water barrel. At least 15 meters long. Scales reflected a cold metallic sheen under the searchlights. Fire at it. Shoot to stop it. Yang Ming reacted instantly. Firing orders. Burst of gunfire erupted into the night. Countless bullets shot toward me, forming a web of vitality. Most bullets hit my scales. Deflected without leaving a trace. A few armor-piercing rounds penetrated my scales, burst into my body, leaving several blood holes. Fresh blood gushed out. Let out a deep growl in pain. Snake tail suddenly swung, fiercely striking a nearby large tree. Tree, big enough for 2 people to hug, snapped in half by me, collapsing with a loud crash, falling in front of the warning line, blocking their view. Taking advantage of this moment, sped into the dense woods by the roadside, vanishing instantly without a trace. Yang Ming looked at the broken tree, the tattered protective net, completely stunned. His dull, icy cold. Thinking about that terrifying steed, entering human activity areas, made him feel a scalp tingling. Sweat ran down his back. After a long while, finally snapped out of it, shouting at the nearby officer. Report to superiors. Something big has happened. Unknown giant creature appeared in Shenanjia. Extremely dangerous. Request military support. Meanwhile, I had already entered the depths of Shenanjia, to an extremely hidden natural cave. Curled up, looking down at the bullet holes on my body. Blood still flowing. At this moment, undead bloodline suddenly activated. Formed force, wrapped around my wounds. Blood holes that had been pierced, healing at a visible speed. Less than 30 seconds later, bullet hole was completely healed, getting not a single scar. Watching this scene, eyes filled with joy. My previous life, I transformed into a brown bear. Devoured a fully regenerative mutant bear. And if a limb was broken, it could heal in no time. Now, with my undead body. Gunshot wound heals in just 30 seconds. Wonder the undead overlord of my past life was so tough. Top 10 longevity emperors couldn't even be killed by a nuclear bomb. Its invincible passive ability is simply against the heavens. Detected that the host currently has 180 growth points. Being the first evolution condition. Want to evolve immediately? System's prompt sounded again in my mind. Evolve immediately. Silently recited in my heart. Begins first evolution. Assuming 100 growth points. Evolution starts, and I immediately fast forgo eating. Power even more terrifying than before's transformation. This again swept through my entire body. Snake body began to lengthen wildly. Scales became even harder and thicker. Color. Changed from light blue to deep, mysterious blue. Hitting a cold metallic sheen. Fangs became sharper. Venom inside grew even more terrifying. Single drop of venom could kill an elephant. Attributes are skyrocketing. This first evolution is complete. Congratulations, the host has unlocked a new skill. Rapid Advance. Seeing the skyrocketing attributes. The newly unlocked Rapid Advance skill. Excitedly swung my huge snake tail. Immense power. The entire cave trembled slightly. One evolution. Attributes nearly doubled. Curled up in the cave. Beginning to review the next plan. My previous life, besides this undead egg original stone in my hand, were 3 top-tier mutant original stones, one of which was in the tropical rainforest of the southern province, aiding a golden steed. Golden steed. That's the strongest defense ability in all of Huaxia. Withstand fake hard strikes? Bullets and even missiles can't penetrate. My previous life, he and the undead overlord were sworn brothers. Jointly dominated Nanjing. This life. Must find him before he awakens. Power him. His absolute defense into my power. Then, I will have invincible self-healing ability. It's unstoppable absolute defense. Then the world can be my opponent. This moment. Mental scan. Suddenly sensed. Inside the cave. Extremely strong energy fluctuations. Approaching rapidly. These 2 energy fluctuations are the same source as my aura. Their mutated beast auras after transformation. Narrowed my eyes. Instantly alert and sensing something's wrong. According to the timeline of my previous life. First batch of transformed beings. Didn't complete their metamorphosis until tomorrow morning. Are mutated beasts appearing now. 2 of them. Suppressed my aura. Slowly moved to the cave entrance. Outside. Saw on the open ground outside the cave. Creatures nearly 3 meters long. Covered in yellow fur. Massive saber-toothed tigers. Saber-toothed tigers with round bones. Saber-toothed tigers. With a sinister gaze. Fixedly staring at the cave where I was. Pulling constantly. He's full of greed. Oh, are you sure that terrifying aura now came from this cave? One of the saber-toothed tigers even spoke. His voice asking. Other nodded. He said, that's right. It's here. Aura. Much more advanced than our Yuan Gu bloodline. We can devour him. Can directly evolve. Become overlords in the future. And the Imperial City isn't a problem. In a moment, he'll come out. Let's act together. Quickly and decisively. Absolutely cannot give him a chance to react. The Tiger King said. Long as we take him down, future Nanjing will belong to our brothers. Hid in a cave and overheard their conversation. Old killing intent flashed in my eyes. See. 2 saber-toothed tigers are also reborn. Their previous life, they were the spirit lords of Tiger Walk. Tiger Roaring Sky's right-hand man is ill. Circular cave saber-toothed tigers. Followed Tiger Roaring Sky in doing many evil deeds. Destroyed 3 survivor bases. Hands covered in blood. Finally swallowed by the undead mournful overlord. Expectedly, they have also been reborn in this life. Found this place in advance. To devour me. Reckless. A previous life, I was crushed by Tiger Roaring Sky. Tragically on the spot. It's life. Lackeys actually came to deliver themselves voluntarily. Perfect. Let's use them to test my evolved strength. Collect some interest in the process. Had no hesitation at all. Huge snake body suddenly moved. Surging straight out of the mountain cave. Massive body 15 meters long. Being a surging sand shadow. Appeared before the 2 saber-toothed tigers. Azure blue scales. Hitting a cold glow under the moonlight. 2 saber-toothed tigers were stunned upon seeing my immortal world. Their greed in their eyes surpassed even their big brothers. Turned out to be a transformed swift horse. Time we really struck it rich with a high-level bloodline. We devour him, we can soar to the heavens in one step. Lord Wang would look at us with greater respect. 2 saber-toothed tigers flew but were not afraid. Instead, they let out excited roars. Their eyes. Just a moving big tonic. Stepping stone for advancement. They don't know. My eyes. Are nothing more than 2 heaps of growth delivered to my door. The saber-toothed tigers couldn't hold back its greed first. Let out a roar and leaped at me. Pair of sharp saber teeth. Fiercely bit toward my vital spot. Vital spot of a snake is where the heart is. Most fatal weakness. Clearly know how to attack me. Unfortunately, they've picked the wrong opponent. Looked at the pouncing saber-toothed tiger. Not a ripple in my eyes. Just as its saber teeth were about. Touched my scales, a second before. Moved suddenly. Massive snake body, at a speed almost impossible to catch with the naked eye. Instantly coiled around its body. Surged forward at high speed. Skill activating in an instant. Speed was at least 3 times faster than usual. Saber-toothed tiger didn't even have time to react. Or I had it tightly wrapped up. Enormous strength squeezed tighter and tighter. Sound of bones cracking echoed continuously. Saber-toothed tiger let out a painful wail. Limbs are frantically struggling. Simply cannot break free from my restraints. Broke his ribs one by one. Internal organs are crushed by my pressure. Then 10 seconds before and after. Struggles are growing weaker. Finally, he is completely breathless. Body softens. Successfully devours the ancient species sword Red Tiger S1. Triggered 50x critical hit. And 500 growth points. Congratulations, the host has received a plus 10 strength attribute bonus. Speed plus 8. Defense plus 10. Constitution plus 15. Congratulations to the host for unlocking a new skill. Active Intimidation level 1. System's prompt sound is ringing wildly in my mind. Eyes brighten. 50x critical hit. 500 growth points. New skills. Mongoose species fruit is indeed much more fragrant than ordinary beasts. Saber-toothed tiger is not far away. Being my elder brother. Strangled to death by me in just 10 seconds. Whole person was stunned. Horror and fear filled his pupils. Never expected that he and his elder brother, both ancient sword tiger descendants reborn, initially thought he could easily take down this giant python. Didn't expect the opponent to be this strong. This moment he regretted. Regretted why he was greedy. Provoked this unlucky star. Turned around to run. Late to escape. Could I possibly give him a chance? Loosened the already dead saber-toothed tiger corpse. Huge snake tail suddenly swung. Overwhelming force, it fiercely struck him. Bit him. Blood sprayed out. Body like a broken kite. Crashed heavily to the ground. Crashed out a huge pit. Struggling to get up. I had already rushed over. Huge snake body wrapped around his body again. Spare me. Know the secret of the Tiger King. Know he has also been reborn. Is nearby. Is going to the boys area to snatch the original stone of the golden giant python. And take you to find him. Don't kill me. Was howling madly. Voice full of despair and fear. Your king. The same lord of the tiger clan who trampled me in my previous life. Your roaring sky has also been reborn. Gaze carried a sharper killing intent. The iron shoes are hard to find. I found him effortlessly. Blood feud from my past life. This life, I will settle it all together. Tiger King you mentioned. The Tiger Roar Sky, the former South China Tiger Lord from my previous life? Opened my mouth. Voice directly transmitted through mental power. To his mind. Saber-toothed tiger heard my voice. Body trembling. He's full of disbelief. Have also been reborn. Exactly are you? My, I coldly smile. Twining power tightens again. From a previous life. Tiger King. Brown Bear City Lord who crushed skulls with a single kick. Soon as this sentence was spoken, saber-toothed tiger's pupils suddenly contracted. Feeling icy cold all over. Completely despairing. Never expected. He would provoke someone who was also a reborn. Was even his own old enemy who killed him with his own hands. Spare me. Can betray Hu Xiaotian. Can help you deal with him. He hadn't finished speaking. Suddenly tightened the snake body. Back. Neck was directly choked off by me. Completely out of breath. Praying the previous life. Follow Hu Xiaotian. Killed so many innocent people. Hands covered in blood. This life. Could I possibly give you a chance to survive? Opened my mouth. Swallowed his body whole. Successfully devoured the ancient species Arrow Red Tiger X1. Triggered a 100x critical hit. And 1000 growth points. Congratulations to the host for gaining attribute bonus strength plus 15. Speed plus 10. Defense plus 15. Constitution plus 20. Congratulations to the host for skill Tiger Rorschach. Rated to ultimate current growth points. Full 1580 points. Satisfied the second, third and fourth evolution growth points needed. Want to evolve immediately? Listening to the system prompt sound in my mind. Excitedly let out a deep roar. Making the surrounding leaves to fall. Awesome, two-headed tiger. Quickly brought me 1500 growth points. A large amount of attribute enhancements. Didn't evolve immediately. Xiaotian also reborn. Nearby. He can have these two persistent tigers scout the way. Shows he himself is not far away. Must keep enough strength. Counter his surprise attack. His previous life, he was transformed into an ancient Toon Huanong tiger. Eventually evolved into an ultimate form. Becoming one of the top 10 beast emperors. One of the strongest lords. This life, he has also been reborn. Will definitely go to snatch top-grade raw stones. Must quickly improve my strength. Gain the upper hand in the confrontation with him. Glanced around. Using mental power to scan. After confirming there were no other ambushes. Dove back into the mountain cave. While, in a secret tomb several dozen kilometers away. Oh man. Standing on a big tree. Looking in my direction. Eyes full of sinister and sly expressions. Is Hu Xiaotian. Just at the moment when the two saber-toothed tigers died. Sensed something interesting. Xiaotian's mouth curled into a cruel smile. Didn't expect that besides me. Are actually other rebirths. Moreover, he also seized the opportunity of the immortal duel. Of Brown Bear City, Lin Feng. Minor character you've never heard of. You took the opportunity that was meant to belong to me. Settle the account slowly. Southern Province Tropical Rainforest. Raw stone of the golden giant python is mine. Let you know then. True despair is. Leapt and disappeared into the dense forest. Towards the southern province. Next 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. In these 3 days, I did not leave Shenanjia. Instead, I relied on mental power to scan. Leaping through the entire primitive forest of Shenanjia. The system's infinite devouring ability. Found all of them. Beasts that had been mutated by meteor radiation in advance. 7 newly completed sales. Mutated hands that lost their minds. Devoured in waiting for alert. In these 3 days, I completed a total of 3 purifications. I am already the first generation body with 4 purifications. Body has grown to 30 meters. Torso is as sturdy as a water tank. Phosphorus and potassium have turned dark gold. Destructible. And anti-tank guns can't pierce my scales. Attributes have increased by several times. These 3 days. I've also unlocked water domain control. For red thermal imaging skills. Water domain control allows me to move faster in water. Double my strength. 15 segments, separated by in order/count, can still breathe underwater for extended periods. Infrared thermal imaging allows me to see through any obstacle. Precisely lock onto the prey's location. Even if hiding kilometers away. Can't escape my scan. In these 3 days. The entire world has completely changed. Over 1,000 meteorites have fallen simultaneously worldwide. Countless humans who came into contact with the meteorites have transformed into beasts. Most of them have lost their sanity. Easily attacking humans. Global beastification catastrophe has officially arrived. City falls. Earth collapses. Communication breakdown. Or outage. Entire world falls into chaos and slaughter. Lying on the advantage of early rebirth in Shenanjia. Already completed 4 evolutions. Standing at the top of this catastrophe. This morning, I'm resting in a cave. Mental imprint in my mind. Suddenly, I received news that Chinyaru had changed her name. Is looking for me. He has already reached the edge of Shenanjia. Though carrying a large amount of supplies. Eyes flickered. Moved my body towards the edge of Shenanjia. Want to see. What does this Qin family young lady want with me? An hour later. Was at an abandoned warehouse on the edge of Shenanjia. Met Qin Yi. Was Qin Xiaoming. Warehouse was filled with military supplies and compressed biscuits. Mineral water and medicines. Weapons and ammunition. And a few drones. Satellite communication device. Industry seemed to notice my arrival. Huge body 30 meters long. Filling more than half of the warehouse. Not only did I not feel afraid. Instead, a glimmer of stars flashed in my eyes. Walked quickly towards me. Finally arrived. King Yi-Ru looked at me. Beauty is full of complex light. Knew you would come. Lifted my tongue. Old tree trunk looked at him. Mental strength directly entered his mind. Do you want from me? Bill brought so many things. King Yi-Ru heard. Voice that directly sounded in his mind. Whole body trembled. I quickly calmed down. Spoke and said I know. We're going to the tropical rainforest in the southern province. In the giant golden python meteorite. Gaze sharpens. Killing intent on my body instantly erupts. Temperature in the entire warehouse drops to freezing point. Could he know this is a memory from my previous life? Can't be a second person besides me who knows. Nyaru senses the killing intent on me. Face turns pale. He still calmly says, don't be nervous. Not malicious. Not only know about the giant golden python meteorite. Also know the fall locations of all meteorites in the country. Are all the locations of the powerful mutated beasts. And including those abroad, he said. Took out a reinforced military tablet. Opened a satellite map. Handed it to me. Map was densely marked with red dots. Every red dot marks the level of the meteorite. Falling time. Energy intensity. By mutated beasts. Information detailed to the extreme. Look at the map. Eyes are full of shock. This map. Detailed than the information in my past life memories. And more accurate. And I don't know about it. Few fall points of legendary meteorites. All been marked. Could you have these things? Look at him. Lee asked. Killing intent has not diminished at all. In Group. The largest geographical trust in the country. Has satellite operation group. Control 80% of commercial satellites nationwide. Have cooperation rights with the military. Niru looked at me. Seriously said that after the great calamity descended. Group's satellite. Immediately locked onto the global. Meteorite falls. Has energy fluctuations. Know you need these meteorites. To keep devouring and evolving. I'm stronger. Also know that Tiger Roar Sky has been reborn. Has already taken people to Nanshan. To get ahead of you. Take the raw stone of the golden giant rabbit. Can help you. Can provide you with all the information about meteorites. Provide you with weapons. Provide you with cover. You avoid official suppression. You handle all the inconvenient things. Have only one condition. Nyaru looked at me. Mouli was full of determination. Word by word that I want to follow you. With you. Survive this catastrophe. Brother and I. The remaining people of the Qin group all recognize you as the master. Looked at him and was silent for a moment. It's life. Nyaru's information network is the top in all of Huaxia. With his help. Can precisely locate the locations of top meteorites. Avoid all dangers. Save countless detours. He has resources and connections in his hands. Are of great use to me. More importantly, someone I have watched transform. Knowing my secret but not telling anyone. And at the first moment when catastrophe strikes. Prepared everything to come find me. Trust is rare and precious. Watched him slowly speak. Can take you, but if you dare betray me, will make you understand what it means to wish you were dead. Nyaru heard my promise. Immediately a bright smile blossomed on his face. Nodded vigorously. Bowed deeply to me. Assured, Master. Nyaru will never betray. The moment you saved me in Shenanjia. Life is yours. Xiaoming beside him also hurriedly bowed. He's full of reverence. Seen me kill a wild wolf with his own eyes. Knows how terrifying my current strength is. Being able to follow such a powerful person. Their greatest luck in this catastrophe? Immediately set out for the tropical rainforest in the southern province. Looked at him and spoke. Absolutely cannot let Hu Shaotian beat me to it. Painting the primitive golden python. Qin Yaru's immediate goal. Nodded instantly. Around to arrange for 3 modified off-road vehicles. Leave the warehouse. Heading straight towards the south province. Body. Curled up inside the largest off-road vehicle. Lying on the special optical camouflage prepared by Qin Yaru. Perfectly hidden. Yaru personally drove. Xiaoming sat in the passenger seat. Responsible for watching the satellite map. Avoiding cities already fallen. Occupied by mutants. Military blockade lines. Heading south. Rushing like the wind. Along the way, we saw too many human tragedies. Fallen cities. Burning houses. Cities everywhere on the streets. Mindless mutated beasts. Engaged in frantic slaughter. Occasionally, a few survivors. Tumbling in corners. It's full of despair. After the catastrophe. More brutal than in my previous life memories. More cruel. Yaru looked out the window. Face pale. Holding the steering wheel tightly, silent. Nails embedded in flesh. Knew he was feeling uncomfortable. This is the reality. Since the meteorite fell. Old world has already died. New world is a jungle law of the strong and the weak. Only the strong can survive. On the way, we were attacked 3 times by mutated beasts. Twice by mindless mutants. Didn't even make a move myself. Released a trace of Zulongweya. Those mutated beasts and mutants. So frightened they trembled all over. Lying on the ground, unable to move. Fully dealt with by the bodyguards brought by Qin Yaru. This is the terror of the Zulong bloodline. As a natural bloodline suppression. We're all phosphorus and potassium based. Biological creatures. After 2 days, we finally arrived at Lijiang in the southern province. Reached the tropical rainforest. Must first cross the Lijiang River. Now, both banks of the river. Completely sealed off by the military. Patrol boats and warships are everywhere on the water. Helicopters are circling in the air. Firepower net is impenetrable. The river is already filled with giant mutated water pythons radiated by meteorites. Crocodiles. Extremely dangerous. Several patrol boats have already been overturned by mutated water pythons. Soldiers on board all drowned. Should we do, master? Qin Xiaoming looked at the river. A grim expression. Front is completely blocked by the military. There are also many mutated creatures in the river. Simply can't cross. Touring would add at least 2 days to our journey. We'll need to pass through 3 cities that have already fallen completely. Major risk. Days time. For Hu Shaotian to take down the raw gold python. Absolutely cannot wait. Start with the disguise department in the rear carriage. Huge snake body slowly stretched out. All wait here. Watched Qin Yiru speak. We'll go across the river. We'll regroup in the dense forest on the other side in 2 hours. Oh, it's too dangerous. And the industry immediately opened its mouth. Face looked anxious and said, are many mutants in the river. Are also military patrols. Are helicopters in the air. You go like this, you'll be discovered. Main guns can hurt you. Looked at him and smiled faintly. Danger exists in this world. Many things can hurt me. Worry, I will be fine. After speaking, I had no hesitation. Leapt into the Lijiang River. The moment I entered the water. Water control skill was instantly activated. Could clearly feel. Surrounding water currents were all under my control. Body. Moving through the water like a torpedo at high speed. Speed was twice as fast as on land. Fish and shrimp in the river saw this huge creature. Scattered in all directions. Daring to even approach. Moved forward. Using infrared thermal imaging. Scanned the surrounding waters. When I discovered that not far ahead of me were 3 mutated creatures over 10 meters long. Lurking in the water. Staring fiercely at the patrols on the water surface. Emitting a strong aura of mutated beasts. Really also exposed to meteorite fragments. Having undergone mutation. Just in time to use you guys for practice. Earn some growth points. Eyes turned cold. No concealment. Charged straight at those 3 mutated beasts. 3-headed mutated beast suddenly sensed my aura. Immediately became alert. Turned around one after another. Stared at me with a sinister and eerie gaze. Could feel the bloodline aura on my body. Higher than theirs. Naturally suppressing them. Greed still overcame fear. 3-headed mutated beast. Simultaneously let out a deep, private growl. Circled me from 3 directions. Opened its bloody mouth. Revealed sharp fangs. Looked at them. Full of disdain in my eyes. 3 trash are even worthy to shout at me. Directly activated the ancestor dragon's micro pressure. Terrifying pressure originating from the depths of my bloodline. Immediately swept across the entire water area. Ancestor dragon is the constant of all spirits. Snake species. Phosphorus potassium creatures. Front of the ancestor dragoness. Can only bow and submit. 3-headed mutated beast. Healthy of the ancestor dragon in an instant. Trembled violently all over. Body stiffened instantly. Not move at all. Is full of extreme fear. Even the thought of resistance. For the absolute bloodline suppression. Have no qualification to fight back. Slowly swam over. Opened my bloody mouth, one after another. Less than 10 seconds. 3-headed mutated beast was completely swallowed by me. successfully devoured the 3 mutated beasts. Triggered a 20x critical hit. And 600 growth points. Congratulations, host. Skill water domain control upgraded to intermediate. Underwater speed and strength increased to 3 times. Locks unlimited underwater breathing. Other unlock for unlimited underwater breathing. I am even more at ease in the water. Just as I was about to continue forward, suddenly, a voice came from the water surface above my head. The sound of a live broadcast. I was slightly stunned. And, using infrared thermal imaging, the general looked towards the water surface. To see an ancient-style small boat on the water. Woman dressed in ancient costume on the boat. Appearance is pure and stunning. Is holding a phone and live streaming to the camera. Behind her are the mountains and waters of the Li River. Scenery is picturesque. Host's name is Yao Susu. He is the most popular outdoor streamer right now. Followers exceed 10 million. Catastrophe has descended. Whole country is plunged into chaos. Actually dared to live stream on the Li River. Li reckless. Originally didn't want to pay attention to him. Preparing to continue forward. At this moment, water suddenly surged violently. Mutated Burmese python over 8 meters long. Suddenly leapt out of the water. Opening its bloody mouth wide. Hitting fiercely at Yao Susu on the small table. Foul stench hit her face. Susu screamed in fright. Sat down heavily on the bedboard. Pale face. Body trembling. Can't even move. Is full of despair. Live broadcast room instantly exploded. Online viewers jumped from a few thousand. Suddenly soared to tens of thousands. Still rapidly increasing. Watching that Burmese horse about to bite Yao Susu. Eyes moved. In a previous life, this Yao Susu, after suffering a great calamity, gathered a large number of survivors through live streaming. Became the largest survivor base in the southern province. Holding a large amount of manpower and resources. He is kind-hearted. Saved countless survivors. A high reputation among civilians. Gave his life. Will be unexpected gains in the future. Thinking of this, had no hesitation at all. Suddenly burst out of the water. Huge body, 30 meters long, with overwhelming momentum, instantly appeared on the river surface, covering the sky and blocking the sun. Everyone's shocked gaze. Opened my bloody mouth wide. Bit down on the Burmese python's vital spot. A fierce shake of my head. Back. Burmese python's neck was bitten off by me. Died on the spot. I coiled around its body. Used all my strength. Squeezed its body. Pushed it and swallowed it in one gulp. Chengon devoured mutant Burmese python S1. Triggered 10x critical hit. And 100 growth points. Entire river instantly fell silent. Susu on Xiaozhou was completely frozen, staring at me with wide eyes. And forgot to scream. Was uncontrollably streamed down. Live stream chat exploded instantly. Online viewers broke 1 million. What is this? 30-meter-long giant python. Ling is glowing. This is the mysterious giant python. Appeared in Shenanjia a few days ago. God. Killed an 8-meter Burmese python in one bite. This is too fierce. Streamer, run. Giant python is too scary. And for what? Didn't you see it saved the streamer? This is a divine dragon. Live stream chat went completely crazy. Hashtag Lijiang Lanling Divine Dragon hashtag. Hashtag Shenanjia Giant Python appears in Lijiang hashtag. Hashtag Global Beastification is really here hashtag. 3 hashtags instantly shot to the top of the trending list, blowing up the entire internet. Susu finally snapped out of it, looking at my 30-meter-long body in front of her, trembling all over in fear. Face deathly pale. Didn't even speak. Looked at her. And slightly flicking. Ignored her. Turned around and was about to dive into the water to continue forward. Just then, suddenly, an ear-piercing whistle sounded across the river. There were a dozen patrol boats. 2 warships. Rushing toward us at high speed. 3 armed helicopters had also arrived in the air. Searchlights locked tightly onto my body. Discovered an unknown giant creature. Name, Divine Dragon. Immediately opened fire. Repeatedly opened fire immediately. Commands came from the warship. An instant. Gunfire. Bullets. Shells rained down on me like a storm. Eyes turned cold. Fake timing. Just right. Test your defenses. Strong are they now? Didn't dodge. Endured it stubbornly. The gunfire. Bullets and shells hit my dark gold scales. Were all bounced off. Not a single mark left. The main guns on the warship hitting me. They made me sway slightly. White marks left on the scales. Soldiers on the warship saw this. All were stunned. Eyes full of disbelief. Main guns couldn't even hurt me. Kind of monster is this? Looked at them and let out a deep roar. Activated the tiger roar to intimidate. Terrifying sound wave. Instantly swept across the entire river surface. Soldiers on the warship were dizzy from the shockwave. Hitting from 7 orifices. Fell to the ground one after another. Lost consciousness. Armed helicopters in the air. Also knocked out of control by the shockwave. Bubbled and nearly crashed. Paid no more attention to them. Turned around and plunged into the water. Speeding toward the twisted opposite bank. My ultimate water domain control skill. Speed was pushed to the extreme. Crossed the Lijiang River in less than 10 minutes. Reached the dense forest on the other side. While chaos had already broken out on the river. Susu's live broadcast. Online viewers had already surpassed 10 million. Setting a record in the history of the streaming platform. Entire internet was crazily discussing my existence. Authorities were even deeply shaken. Immediately established a supernatural creature response bureau, personally by the military's female warrior, Dragon Shuai, specifically responsible for hunting me down, along with other mutants. Slipped into the dense forest, on a hidden spot. Waiting for Qin Yaru and Qin Xiaoming to meet up. Hours later, Qin Yaru and Qin Xiaoming drove past the military blockade, arrived at the rendezvous point, seeing I was safe and sound. Qin Yaru finally relaxed. Goodness, you're safe, sir. Qin Yaru looked at me, smiling, and said, "You're now a celebrity online, huh? Everyone is looking for you. Authorities have issued the highest level wanted notice, offering 1 billion reward for your whereabouts." Smiled faintly. Didn't care. Aim is useless to me. Strength is the key to survival. Immediately set out for the tropical rainforest. Looked at him and said, "Already wasted quite some time. Must get there quickly." Zhao Tian should have already arrived. Industry leader nodded immediately. Started the car. Sped toward the tropical rainforest. After a day, we finally reached the southern province of the tropical rainforest. Soon as we arrived, heard dense gunfire from the forest ridge, the roars of mutated beasts, as well as human screams. Used mental power to scan. Instantly saw what was inside. It's a pair of siblings in the dense forest. 100 segments, separated by same order/count, being chased by a raging infernal divine bull engulfed in blazing flames. Giant barbarian bull nearly 5 meters tall was frantically hunting me down. Was the mutated form of the infernal divine bull in its previous life. Is also one of the top 10 longevity emperors. Trolling hellfire. Strength is extremely terrifying. Not far away. Sensed a very familiar aura. Aura of the golden python had already been transformed. Nearby, the aura of Tiger Roaring Sky was also present. Has indeed arrived. Said to Qin Yi, "You all wait here. Go in. Too dangerous inside. Infernal divine bull and the golden steed are inside." After speaking, I hesitated not at all. Huge snake body moved. Dived into the dense tropical rainforest. Forest trees blocked the sky. Light was dim. Everywhere were vines and thorns. Air was filled with the smell of blood and gunpowder. Brother and sister pair. Being chased and battered by the infernal divine bull. Covered in wounds. About to be trampled to death by the infernal divine bull. Eyes flickered. Suddenly charged out. Massive snaketail with overwhelming force. Struck fiercely at the infernal divine bull. Boom. A loud explosion. Nearly 5-meter tall huge body of the infernal divine bull. Directly knocked flying by me. Crashed heavily to the ground. Creating a huge crater. Several trees around were broken. Struggled to get up, looking at me. Eyes full of anger and murderous intent. Out a deafening roar. Fire in his mouth blazed fiercely. This moment. Suddenly, a deep hiss came from the treetops in the forest. Looked up sharply. See a giant snake over 40 meters long on the treetops. Covered in golden scales. Slowly poking its head out. A pair of indifferent eyes locked onto me. Mutated golden python. Finally revealed himself. Golden python looked at me and said in a deep, icy voice. Finally came. Born, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Flicker of my gaze. Surprisingly knew I was a reborn. About Tiger Roaring Sky. Him come out. Looked at the golden python. Boldly said. Tiger Roaring Sky and the golden python both sneered. It's just a pawn in my hands. Think just because he's my wife, he can command me? Was startled. Something was off. In the previous life, Golden Python and the undead Hmong were sworn brothers. They were arch-enemies with Tiger Roaring Sky. Come in this life. They're tangled up with each other? This moment. Applause suddenly sounded from the forest. Tiger Roaring Sky's figure slowly stepped out from behind the trees. Had already completed his beast transformation. And into a giant over 5 meters long. Heading a terrifying aura. Undergone 5 evolutions. Strength was extremely formidable. More than a dozen transformed followers behind him. All of them were Yuangu species. Aura was powerful. Foam, long time no see. Tiger Roaring Sky looked at me. Cruel smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Prized, right? Idol from your previous life. Now my ally in this life. Think rebirth and stealing the undead Hmong's opportunity. Allow you to defy the heavens and change your fate? Your previous life, I trampled you to death. This life, I will make you die even more miserably. Today is your death day. Undead Hmong bloodline. Your ancestral dragon inheritance will all belong to me. Looked at them. Eyes icy. Without the slightest fear. My previous life, I was trampled to death by Tiger Roaring Sky. This life, I will personally end him here. The golden steed. Hence you. I won't be polite. Absolute defense. Your golden bloodline. They will all be mine. Huge snake body slowly lifts up. Dark gold scales on it. And a dazzling glow. Overwhelming killing intent sweeps through the entire rainforest. Tiger Roaring Heavenly Golden Python. Victory Divine Bull. 3 top-tier ferocious beasts all rush towards me. Terrifying aura almost collapses the entire rainforest. Battle that will determine the future world pattern. The verge of breaking out. At this moment. The sky. Suddenly a deafening rumble sounds. Huge explosion. Countless meteorites like rain break through the sky. crashing down fiercely onto Earth. Scale is 10,000 times larger than the first meteor shower. Entire sky is dyed blood red. My mind system suddenly emits a piercing red alert. Highest level red alert. External ferocious beast civilization has locked onto Earth's coordinates. Full commercialization is just a prelude to alien invasion. Expecting dozens of mythic and ferocious beast auras. Rapidly approaching Earth. Expected to arrive in 72 hours. Burning host. Current level. Sufficient to cope with the upcoming crisis. Evolve into a mythic form as soon as possible. Otherwise, Earth will be completely fallen. The distant sea surface. There's a dragon roar that shatters the heavens and the Earth. About to overturn the entire ocean. For 10,000 meters long. Sky covering long breaks through the sea surface. Pair of golden tree horns cross thousands kilometers. Sticking onto my position tightly. It's full of icy disdain. Look at the falling meteorites in the sky. Feeling the terrifying aura from the accident. Slowly lifts its huge tongue. Fear in its eyes. Instead, filled with extreme excitement. My past life, I survived half my life. In this life, I die a tragic death, but I have an immortal bloodline. Infinite devouring system. Ancestral inheritance. Mention just ferocious beasts. And if gods come, I will devour without hesitation. Red meteorites rain down like a storm. The entire southern province's rainforest into a purgatory. Scorching airwave sweeps in all directions. Ancient towering trees are struck by meteorites, turning instantly into blazing torches. Smoke billows, obscuring the sky. Float in midair. 30-meter-long dark gold snake body slowly stretches. Scales shimmer with a cold metallic luster under the blood-colored sky. Tiger roaring heavenly golden python. Purgatory divine bull forms a triangle to surround me. Three terrifying auras intertwine. Forming a dense, impenetrable pressure field. Squeezing the surrounding trees to crackle. Render to the wind and be captured. Your roaring heavenly unleashes a deafening roar. Her claws carve deep gashes into the ground. You think? Alone. Fight against the three of us? Today is your death day. Purgatory. Divine bull exhales 2 streams of black flames from its nostrils. 4 hooves constantly scratch the ground, pushing hard rocks into pieces. Eyes burning with hellfire. Stare fixedly at me. Growl emanates from its mouth. Need to strike a deadly blow at any moment. Golden python quietly coils atop the treetops. 40-meter-long golden body. Shines brightly in the firelight. Indifferent tree trunk eyes show no emotion. If just an observer. I can clearly feel indestructible defensive aura from its body. Stronger than in my past life. Coldly glance at them. Snake quickly. All surrounding information is fully captured. Mental scan fully activated. In a 10-kilometer radius, all movements and changes. None of them can escape my bile. Roar sky. Also thought that with 2 helpers, you could beat me. Voice passes through mental power. Directly into their minds. Old and full of perseverance. My previous life, you could have stepped on me. Just because I had bad luck. Awakened the most ordinary brown bear bloodline. This life. Possess an immortal savage bloodline and ancestral inheritance. You are in my eyes. And just a slightly bigger cat overlord. Who, finding death tiger howling sky completely angered me. 3, he suddenly leapt forward. With the strength of 10,000 troops, he pounced at me and rolled. 5, the sharp tiger claws flashed with cold light. 6, aiming directly at my vital point. 7, at the same time, the purgatory divine ox also let out a wild roar. 8, spitting out a black flame tens of meters long. 9, sweeping towards me. And I didn't dodge or avoid. 7, the huge snake tail suddenly swung. 12, bringing a howling wind. 13, striking fiercely on the body of tiger howling sky. Loud bang sounded. Tian was like a broken kite. Blew him away hundreds of meters away. Crashed into a small hillock, causing the entire hill to collapse. I suddenly opened my bloodied mouth and attacked. Black flames sweeping over. Surprisingly, I forcibly my stomach. Successfully the hellfire energy. And 50 growth points. Congratulations, the host has acquired a skill. Sick hellfire control. System prompt sound rings in my mind. I'm slightly stunned. A cold smile appears at the corner of my mouth. Didn't expect that the hellfire of this purgatory divine bull actually be devoured by me. This is getting interesting. Purgatory divine bull. Seeing its hellfire being easily devoured by me, it suddenly froze. Eyes filled with disbelief. Never expected. His proud hellfire have no effect on me at all. Was that possible? Purgatory god bull let out a terrified roar. Hellfire can even melt steel. Could you possibly be unharmed? Going to show off even these small flames in front of me. Said disdainfully. Hey, I will let you taste. It feels like to be burned to death by your own flames. After speaking, I suddenly opened my mouth. Black flame that is even thicker. Hotter than before. Spurted out from my mouth. Raging fiercely towards the purgatory divine bull. Purgatory divine bull was so frightened that it lost its soul and spirit. Getting around to run. His speed couldn't compare to mine. Fire instantly enveloped his body. Purgatory divine bull let out a mournful scream. Black flames are burning wildly on his body, consuming his fur. Muscles and bones gradually turning to ash. He's rolling in pain on the ground. To extinguish the flames on his body. The flames burn even more fiercely. Completely impossible to extinguish. Less than 1 minute. It's an arrogant purgatory divine ox. Burned to ashes by its own hellfire. Not a single residue left. Successfully devoured and transformed into a purgatory divine ox. Triggered a 100x critical hit. 10,000 growth points. Congratulations to the host for gaining attribute bonus, strength plus 50. Speed plus 40. Defense plus 50. Constitution plus 60. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the skill Hellfire Control. Graded to advanced. Congratulations to the host for unlocking a new skill, Fire Immunity, awesome. Oh, awesome, it transformed into one. Actually brought me 10,000 growth points. Still have so many attribute bonuses and new skills. Turned my head to the golden steed on the treetop. Trace of cold killing intent flashed in my eyes. Oh, it's your turn. Just then, suddenly noticed that the golden giant python's eyes surprisingly flickered with pain and struggle. Body trembled slightly. Seemingly resisting something's wrong. Suddenly stopped the attack. Mental force instantly invaded the mind of the golden python. Next second, I saw a shocking scene. Within the soul of the golden python was actually a black mark, instantly eroding his soul. The mark was so large that it emitted an extremely evil, cold aura. Exactly the same as the aura on Hu Shaotian. See. Golden python. Not willing to form an alliance with Hu Shaotian at all. It's controlled by Hu Shaotian through some evil means. Trolling Hu Shaotian. Oh baby. Suddenly turned my head. Looking at Hu Shaotian who just crawled out of the ruins. Look in his eyes almost overflowed with sand. Actually used a soul mark to control the golden python. Aren't you afraid of divine punishment? Xiaotian wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, revealing a cruel smile. This weak and strong world, the despicable. Only the victors have the right to speak. Long as I can kill you. Say controlling the golden python. And if you ask me to kill all the people, but do so without hesitation. Golden python. Attack and kill him for me. Xiaotian roared at the golden python. Without a furious roar. Simultaneously activated the soul imprint. Golden python let out a painful private cry. Body uncontrollably lunged towards me. Opened its bloody mouth. Feeling sharp fangs. Fiercely at my neck. Looked at its painful eyes. Trace of pity flashed in my heart. My previous life. Golden python was the best brother of the immortal Mong, who joined forces to dominate the entire southern border. Saved countless survivors. This life, I cannot let him be controlled by Hu Shaotian. Become his killing tool. Golden python. Up, I let out a deafening roar. At the same time, a pure ancestral dragon power injected into the mind of the golden python. Power of the ancestral dragon is the purest in the world. Mighty force, capable of purifying all evil. Black spiritual soul mark. Through the cleansing of the ancestral dragon's power. Begins to distort and dissipate continuously. Eyes of the golden giant python gradually regain clarity. Golden giant python lets out a painful roar. Suddenly shakes its head violently. Just the last trace of the soul mark in its mind. Completely understood. Turns to look at Tiger Roaring Sky. Eyes filled with overwhelming rage. Tiger Roaring Sky, you despicable villain. Dare you control me? Will kill you. Golden giant python roars angrily. Moves around and pounces towards Tiger Roaring Sky. Indestructible golden scales sparkle with dazzling light under the sun. Wherever it passes, trees and rocks are shattered into pieces. Xiaotian sees the golden giant python. Free from his control. Face instantly turns pale. Never expected it. Feng actually managed to crack his soul imprint. Possible but impossible. Soul imprint is invincible. No one can crack it. Xiaotian was frantically howling, running around to run. Where could he run to? Golden python and I chased after him simultaneously. Kept him in the middle from front and back. Xiaotian, you can't escape now. Said coldly. Past life, you killed me. Destroyed my city. Killed all my guardians. This life, I will make you fight a bloody battle. Golden python. Let's go together. Lim, okay. Golden python nodded. He's full of sand. Golden python and I launched our attack simultaneously. Huge snake body suddenly coiled around. Running around Hu Shaotian's body. Golden python opened its bloody mouth. 50 seconds, sep. Aim order/count, bite down on Hu Shaotian's neck. Xiaotian let out a desperate roar. Struggling madly. His strength. Through the joint effort of me and the golden python. Seems so. Significant crack crack crack. Sound of bones breaking continuously echoes. Xiaotian's ribs are broken one by me. Internal organs are crushed. Fangs of the golden python pierce through his throat. Deadly poison instantly injects into his body. Less than 10 seconds. Xiaotian's struggles grow weaker and weaker. Finally, he is completely breathless. Open my mouth. Following Hu Shaotian's corpse whole. Successfully devoured the Hu Shaotian of the Tanggu species South China tiger. Here's a 1000x critical hit. Is 100,000 growth points. Congratulations to the host for obtaining all of Hu Shaotian's memories. Terrifying power. Instantly sweeps through my entire body. Body begins to crazily elongate. Scales become even harder. Color changes from dark gold to pure gold. Length skyrockets from 30 meters to 50 meters. Body is as thick as a locomotive. Xiaotian's memories flood into my mind like a tide. Finally understand all his plans after rebirth. Turns out Hu Shaotian not only reborn, also obtained an evil system. System allows him gain the abilities and memories of others by devouring their souls. Control other transformed beings. Controls the golden python. To use the golden python's absolute defense. Help him seize more top-tier meteorites. Devour the golden python to gain its abilities. Also plans that once he is strong enough, unify all of China and conquer the whole world. Become the sole ruler of Earth. Fortunately, he met me. Turned my head to look at the golden python. He's quietly watching me. No trace of hostility in his eyes. Instead, I am filled with gratitude. Thank you, Lin Feng. Golden python spoke, opening its mouth. Voice deep and sincere. If it weren't for you, afraid I would have been controlled by Hu Xiaotian all along. Humming his killing tool. Welcome, I said calmly. Our past lives, we were the best brothers. This life, I naturally won't watch you be bullied. Golden python was slightly stunned. A hint of surprise flashed in its eyes. Also remember the events of your past life, that's right. Nodded. Was reborn the day before the beast transformation descended. Stealing the original stone from the undead rabbit. See. Golden python suddenly realized. No wonder you're so strong. The way, the system just issued a red alert. Heard it too, right? Infamous ferocious beasts from the outside. Arrive on Earth in 72 hours. Said with a serious expression. Global beast transformation is a prelude to an alien invasion. It's unexpected ferocious beasts. Much stronger than we imagined. 10,000-meter long Yinglong we saw earlier. Just their vanguard. What should we do now? Golden python said worriedly. Our current strength. We're no match for those unexpected ferocious beasts. Worry. Smiled confidently. Have an infinite devouring system. Long as I have enough time. And become strong enough. We have many allies. This moment. Mental sense detected. Yiru and Qin Xiaoming heading this way. Are accompanied by than a dozen fully armed bodyguards. Go out and meet them first. Said, then we can discuss a deal with the impending crisis. Okay, the golden python nodded. Along with the golden python, headed towards the edge of the tropical rainforest. Stepped out of the dense forest. Qin Yiru and Qin Xiaoming waiting anxiously. Early. Seeing that I am safe and sound. His hanging heart finally let go. When he saw the giant golden python beside me, face instantly turned deathly pale. Instinctively took a step back. Behind me. Master, this is a golden python. He asked tremblingly. Need to be afraid, I said with a smile. Is now our ally. Like Qin Yaru looked at me with confusion. Will recount what just happened. Simply told Qin Yaru once. Qin Yaru finally relaxed after hearing it. Lightly bowed to the golden giant python. Oh, Lord Golden Python. Golden Python nodded slightly. Considered as greeting. Master just experienced a major event outside. Qin Yaru said with a serious expression. Worldwide. Large-scale meteor shower has occurred. Plus ferocious beasts of accident. Already begun descending upon Earth. Official army. No match for those ferocious beasts of accident. These cities have already fallen completely. Just now, that 10,000-meter long Yinglong destroyed 3 coastal cities. Bureau of Supernatural Creature Response. Sent out a distress signal worldwide. Nodded. Was already prepared in my heart. System's red alert is no joke. Immediately contact Long Shuai. Said to Qin Yaru. I am willing to cooperate with the official. Jointly fight against external monsters. The official must follow my command. Qin Yaru immediately nodded. Out satellite communication equipment to contact Long Shuai. Less than 10 minutes. Communication was established. A woman dressed in military uniform appeared on the screen. Heroic and handsome woman. He is the director of the Bureau of Supernatural Creature Response. Long Shuai saw me. Flash of surprise flickered in his eyes. He quickly regained his composure. Feng. Know you, Long Shuai, said straightforwardly. Already know everything about your affairs in Lijiang. Glad that you're willing to cooperate with the authorities. You have to listen to the official commands. It's impossible. Authorities have their own discipline and system. Long Shuai. Was not the time to talk about discipline and system. Said coldly. Unexpected killers. Much more powerful than you think. You follow your way of fighting. Less than 3 days. Entire Earth will fall. Only by listening to my command. We have a glimmer of hope? Makes you think you can say that? Long Shuai said stubbornly. Have the most advanced weapons. Most elite army. We even defeat those alien monsters. It's based on your weapons. My scales can't be pierced. Scoffed disdainfully. 10,000-meter long Yinglong just now. Nuclear bombs might not even be able to kill him. You don't believe it, you can try. Long Shuai's face instantly turned ugly. Knows I am telling the truth. Yinglong appeared just now. Officials once launched an intercontinental missile. Didn't even scratch Yinglong's hide. Dead, Yinglong bit into Longxi. The entire missile base into ashes. Long Shuai clenched his teeth and said I can agree to you. In the confrontation with the external fierce beast. The armies. Members of the Supernatural Creatures Response Bureau. Follow your command. If you dare to play any tricks, swear I won't let you go even if I risk my life. Assured, I said calmly. Have no interest in ruling the Earth. Just want to protect the people I want to protect. Drive all those accidental killers off the planet. Good, Long Shuai nodded. Now immediately mobilizing all the troops. To your location. Whatever plans you have, just say them. First, immediately evacuate all residents of the coastal cities. Transfer to inland areas. Solemnly said that the head Yinglong is a water-type creature. Will prioritize attacking coastal cities second. Heavy weapons and nuclear weapons. Deployed in the Himalayas. The terrain is the highest. It's the best defense line against unexpected fierce beasts third. Collect all meteorite fragments worldwide. Send them to me. Need these meteorite fragments. Enhance my strength. Earth contact. Powerful beings and mutated beasts worldwide. Tell them. They are willing to cooperate with us. Jointly fight against unforeseen killers. Will forgive past offenses. Provide them with resources and protection. They dare to take advantage of the situation. Harm humanity. Will personally kill them. Hey, I'll take care of it immediately. Again, Commander nodded. Immediately began issuing orders. After ending the communication, turned to look at Shinyaru and Golden Steed. Shinyaru, contact Yasusu immediately. Told him to bring his survivor base. Locate to the Himalayas. I will send people to protect them. Yes, Shinyaru nodded immediately. Golden Steed has already headed to the Amazon rainforest. Said. As a top-tier legendary meteorite. Is a raw stone of a Vajra. Past life, that Vajra was one of the 10 longevity emperors. Extremely terrifying strength. Go there to find that meteorite. Guard it and wait for me to arrive. Anyone dares to steal it. Without mercy. Golden Giant nodded slightly. Turned and dove into the dense forest. Towards the Amazon rainforest. After arranging everything. With Shinyaru and Qin Xiaoming. Towards the Himalayas. On the way, we saw more human tragedies. Countless cities were destroyed by unexpected ferocious beasts. Cities and ruins are everywhere. Unexpected ferocious beasts come in various forms. Some look like giant spiders. Some resemble lions with wings. Some are octopuses covered in tentacles. Are cruel and bloodthirsty. They hide, no grass grows. Have slain countless unexpected killers along the way. And gained a large number of growth points and new abilities. My strength has been rapidly improving over the past 3 days. 3. We finally arrived at the Himalayas. The Himalayas at this time. 5. Have already become a huge military base. 6. Countless armies and survivors are gathering here. 7. Various heavy weapons. Densely deployed across the mountains. 9. In every corner. And Long Shuai and Yasusu. 7. Are already waiting for us here. 12. Seeing my arrival. 13. Long Shuai and Yasusu immediately rushed forward. Feng, you're here. Long Shuai said. The troops and survivors. Already moved here. Meteorite fragments have also been collected. On their way here. Hey, I nodded. It's a matter of how long until the main fleet of the unexpected ferocious beast arrives. Much time is left. Less than 12 hours. Long Shuai said with a serious expression. Now, satellite detection indicated. Huge alien fleet. Rapidly approaching Earth. Expected to reach Earth's orbit in 12 hours. What about the Inglong? Asked. He has been circling above the Pacific Ocean. Launching any attack. Susu said, it seems like he's waiting for something. Waiting for their main fleet. Calmly said, once the main fleet arrives, we'll launch a full-scale attack on Earth. What should we do now? Suru said worriedly. We fight them? Worry, I smiled confidently. Me here. We'll never step foot on the Himalayas. This moment. System prompt sound rang out again in my mind. Detected that the host currently has 150,000 growth points. Have enough growth points for the 10th purification. Want to proceed with the purification immediately? Finally, I can purify. Purify immediately. Silently recited Ding in my heart. Starting the 10th evolution. Assuming 100,000 growth points, evolution begins. Body starts to grow wildly. 100 meters, 1 kilometer. 1,000 meters, 100,000 meters in the blink of an eye. Have become a creature over 100,000 meters long, a multicolored group. Gigantic body. Soaring the sky. Larger than the entire Himalayas. Open my bloodthirsty mouth. Hitting the neck of the Inglong in one bite. Long screams desperately. Struggling wildly. The strength seems so insignificant before me. Suddenly shake my head violently. Smashing Inglong's body hard onto the ground. A loud rumble. Entire Earth begins to tremble violently. Long's body hits the ground, hitting a huge pit several kilometers deep. I suddenly tighten my fangs, hitting off Inglong's boge with force. It successfully devours the legendary Inglong, during a 10,000 times critical hit, hitting 10 million growth points. Congratulates the host on the Zulong bloodline concentration reaching 100%, blocking the complete true body of the blocking dragon. Congratulations to the host for unlocking new skills. Developing the method of Bichuan Pigu. Unimaginably terrifying power. Sweeps through my entire body in an instant. Feel. Power within me capable of destroying planets. Filling my heart with unprecedented confidence. I'm now the guardian deity of Earth. Look up at the alien fleet in the sky. Trace of icy killing intent flashes in my eyes. Accidental ferocious beasts listen to my voice. Kill of speech and law has spread across the entire Earth. Immediately roll out of the Earth. Otherwise, kill without mercy. Accidental ferocious beasts in the alien warships. Me and bit the hard dragon to death in one bite. Long been terrified and fled in panic. Hearing my words, they dared not stay. Immediately turned the ship around and tried to escape. Late to run. Sneered coldly. Suddenly opened my mouth and activated the devouring heaven and earth skill. Huge black hole appeared in the sky. Enormous alien fleet. Actually forcibly sucked into the black hole. Leaving not a trace behind. Successfully devoured the alien fleet. 50 million years of growth points. Congratulates the host on obtaining alien technology inheritance. Entire Earth instantly fell silent. Everyone looked up at the sky. Huge rainbow-colored ancestral dragon figure. Eyes filled with awe and gratitude. We won. Divine Dragon saved us. Long live the Divine Dragon. Cheers echoed throughout the Himalayas. Ashan Mountains spread across the entire earth. Slowly descended to the ground. Transformed back into a 100-meter-long rainbow giant python. Shuai Yao Susu. Lie like Qin Xiaoming. All the survivors gathered around. Bowed deeply to me. Thank you, Lin Feng. Shuai sincerely said. If it weren't for you, Earth would be finished. Thank me, I said lightly. Protecting Earth is what I should do. We cannot let our guard down. Tone suddenly changed. With a serious face. Now, we eliminated. A branch of the accidental ferocious beast civilization. Vanguard team. Main civilization. Much stronger than we imagined. Won't be long. Or they send a more powerful army. Attack Earth. Everyone's face instantly became serious. What should we do now? Susu said worriedly. Worry. Said with a smile. We've already obtained the alien technology inheritance. The infinite devouring system. Long as we give ourselves enough time, we can build a powerful army. Develop more advanced weapons. Then, if the main force of the outer beast civilization comes, we can completely eliminate them. Moreover, I have sensed. There are many planets in the universe like ours. Dated and known for the outer beast invaders. We can contact them to form an alliance. Jointly resist the outer beast civilization. Hey, everyone nodded. Eyes filled with hope. The days that followed entered a stage of rapid development. Used the alien technology inheritance. Help humans develop more advanced weapons. Spacecraft. Qin Yalu used his information network. Contacted all the survivors and affected individuals worldwide. Formed a powerful Earth defense army. Golden Giant Python has also returned from the Amazon rainforest. So brought back that legendary species of King Kong. He has also joined our camp. Became a member of the Earth Defense Army. Susu is responsible for managing the survivor base. Ensuring everyone's livelihood. Shuai is responsible for training the army. Proving the army's combat effectiveness. Through everyone's joint efforts. Strength is rapidly increasing. I have been powering the corpses of various ladies and accidental fierce beasts. Instantly enhancing my strength. Evolutionary level. Evolved from a mythic form once. 5 evolutions of the mythic form. Strength. Already become powerful. Point of easily destroying a planet. This day, I'm cultivating on the summit of the Himalayas. Suddenly in my mind. System issued a piercing alarm ding. Highest level red alert. In fleet of the outer beast civilization. Coordinates locked. Expected to arrive in the solar system within 72 hours. Detected dozens of mythic and ferocious beast auras. Including 3 divine kings and ferocious beast auras. Suddenly open my eyes. Looking into the distant depths of the universe. I feel an extremely terrifying, extremely evil aura approaching rapidly. It is the divine net of the infamous outer beast. Are finally here. Slowly stand up. 100-meter long rainbow steed body. Sparkling with dazzling light in the sunlight. There's not a trace of fear in my eyes. Instead, I am filled with extreme excitement. On, I whisper. Voice is full of confidence. No matter how many of you come, no matter how strong you are, we'll devour all of you. This time, I not only want to defend Earth, I also want to lead the Earth Allied forces. Attack the infamous nest of the outer beasts. Completely eliminate them. We'll guard the peace of the universe. The distant depths of the universe. Fleet of alien ships, thousands of times larger than before. Traveling at superluminal speed. Marching toward the solar system. The forefront of the fleet. 3 enormous divine king-class battleships. The battleships. And 3 terrifying ferocious beasts, each with a different form. The 3 divine kings known for the outer beasts. Actually dares to destroy our vanguard. Kill Lord Inglong. One of them. Hellhound divine king with 3 heads. Lets out a deep roar. We reach Earth. We'll tear apart all living beings on Earth. Yes, another one. Divine king of the phoenix burning with black flames. Lee says. We'll burn Earth into a scorched wasteland. Let them see the fate of resisting us. Infamous outer beast. Third one with countless tentacles, the octopus divine king. Quietly looked ahead. Eyes sparkled with wisdom. Be careless. Octopus god king slowly said. Earth creature called Lin Feng. Able to killing Mao. Knowing that his strength is not weak. He carries the aura of the ancestral dragon. Ancestral dragon is our notorious enemy among the fierce beasts of the outer desires. Enemy Hellhound god king disdainfully said. It's ancient history from many years ago. Current ancestral dragon has long been extinct. And if he has a trace of ancestral dragon bloodline, no match for our 3 great god kings. Fully so. Octopus god king said calmly. Any case. Must be cautious and careful. Must take Earth within the shortest time possible. Dialogue of the 3 great god kings echoes throughout the universe. Battle that will determine the fate of the entire universe. About to begin. I am already prepared. Will lead the Earth Allied forces. Confront the 3 great god kings, renowned for their ferocity among the outer beasts. 72 hours pass in the blink of an eye. Of the Himalayan mountains. Originally clear sky. Suddenly shrouded in a layer of eerie purple-black clouds. Thunder and lightning crack within the clouds. Defying energy waves like tsunamis. Sweeping in. Causing the entire mountain range to tremble slightly. Soldiers of the Earth Defense Army. Grip their weapons. Serious eyes staring at the sky. Shuai stands at the top of the command tower. Furrowing his brows. Catching the communicator tightly in his hand. Units, attention. Enemy fleet has entered the solar system. Expected to reach Earth's orbit in 10 minutes. Anti-air systems activated. Energy shields at maximum capacity. Transformed troops enter battle positions. Orders are issued from the command tower. Entire Himalayan mountain range instantly transforms into a massive war fortress. Endless gun barrels aimed at the sky. Energy shields from a huge blue blow over the mountains. Float in midair. 100-meter-long rainbow-colored giant python body slowly stretches. Behind me, golden python. Diamond. Top transformed beings from all over the world stand in a line, forming an indestructible defense line. History like standing on the ground. Pulling satellite communicators. Looking up at me. Worry in their eyes. Master must be careful, I nodded slightly. Said nothing. Mental power has already spread across the entire sun. Really sensing the three enormous alien fleets approaching Earth at superluminal speed. The forefront of those three fleets. Three terrifying auras. Sing down like three mountains. Is the infamous three great god kings of the ferocious beasts. Dog God King, Phoenix God King and Octopus God King. Said softly upon their arrival. Soon as I finished speaking, purple-black clouds in the sky suddenly tore open a huge mouth. Countless alien warships. Locusts. Out from the opening. Covering the sky like a sunshade. Cannons of the warships flickered with cold light, at the Himalayan mountains on the ground. Then, three huge figures slowly flew out from the fleet. On the left, three-headed hellish beast over 10,000 meters long. Three heads spewing fire, ice and venom. Covered in black angular scales. Red eyes fixed on me, emitting a bloodthirsty glow. The middle is a phoenix burning with black flames. Wings spread over 10,000 meters. The black flames pass, and space begins to distort. Gaze is cold and proud. If everything in the world is beneath his notice. One on the right is a giant. Countless tentacles. Body is hidden within purple-black clouds. A few huge tentacles are exposed. Moving outside. Eyes sparkle with wisdom. Making it impossible to see what it is thinking. This is the famous three divine kings of the outer demonic beasts. Possessing earth-shattering power. All earth creatures. Trying to resist the great outer demonic beasts. Civilization. Yet in the middle of the Hellhound God King let out a sound. Deafening roar. Today I will exterminate all of you. The earth into our colony. Enough nonsense. Said coldly. Sound passes through the skill of speech. Spreads throughout the entire sky. You want to fight, then fight. Do so many useless words come from? Arrogant Hellhound King Bo suddenly becomes furious. Since you're eager to die, I will fulfill you. 35 seconds, Sep. Same order/count, he suddenly opened three mouths. Simultaneously spat out three terrifying energy beams. Shot fiercely towards me. Flames and ice. Three energy beams of venom intertwined. Formed a devastating attack that could destroy the heavens and the earth. Space where I passed began to crack. Didn't dodge or evade. Suddenly activated the devouring heaven and earth skill. Huge black hole appeared in front of me. Three terrifying energy beams were instantly sucked into the black hole. A single ripple was stirred. Successfully devoured the energy attack of the Hellhound King. 100,000 years of growth points. Hellhound King saw his attack. Easily devoured by me. Immediately stunned. Eyes full of disbelief. Is this possible? Attack can destroy planets. Can you possibly devour it? Thing is impossible. Said calmly. Front of me. Your attacks are futile. Think that devouring my attacks is impressive. Hellhound King snorted coldly. Others attacked together. Kill him. Phoenix God King and the Octopus God King nodded at the same time. Phoenix God King suddenly flapped his wings. Endless black flames rained down like drops of rain, heading towards the Earth's defense army on the ground. Octopus God King waved countless tentacles, looking at me and the Golden Steed. King Gang swung his fists over. Golden Steed, go deal with the Hellhound King. King Gang, block those black flames. Others, protect the humans on the ground. Immediately issued commands. Golden Python and Jean Gang charged forward simultaneously. Immediately rushed forward. 40-meter-long golden body of the Golden Python suddenly lunged forward towards the Hellhound King. Indestructible golden scales shimmered dazzlingly in the sunlight. Air was torn apart wherever he passed. Jean Gang roared loudly. Fists slammed fiercely into the ground. Countless boulders flew up from the ground, forming a huge stone wall, making those black flames. Other transformed beings also charged forward. Those ferocious beasts emerging from the alien ships stood together. A moment, the entire sky turned into a battlefield. Explosions, roars, screams, intertwined in chaos. Deafening. Charged towards the Octopus God King. The Octopus God King saw me rushing over. Flash of gold flickered in his eyes. Waved countless tentacles, fiercely striking towards me. Each tentacle over 1,000 meters long, thick and sturdy, covered with sharp suckers. Once entangled, then a planet could be crushed. Suddenly flapped my wings behind me. Figure ghostly, dodging the attack of those tentacles. At the same time, I opened my blood-red mouth, spat out a rainbow-colored dragon creek, heading fiercely towards the Octopus God King. Octopus God King quickly used his tentacles to block own body. Bang! The rainbow-colored dragon creek fiercely smashed onto the Octopus God King's tentacles, producing a deafening loud bang. Octopus God King's tentacles instantly blown apart, revealing a huge opening. Green blood spurted out like a fountain, successfully hitting and injuring the Octopus God King, getting 500,000 growth points. Octopus God King, in pain, let out an angry roar. Wounds healed at a visible speed, rapidly. Meanwhile, tentacles extended from his body, attacking me wildly. Octopus God King and I stood together. Battle was extremely fierce. Every collision created massive shockwaves, causing the surrounding space to twist and deform. Alien warships approaching us, the external killers, all hit by the shockwaves generated by our battles, turned into pieces. Battle lasted a full hour. Golden Giant Python. Hitting the Hellhound King is a close and intense battle. Absolute defense of the Golden Python. The Hellhound King's attacks ineffective. The Hellhound King's healing ability is also extremely terrifying. No matter how the Golden Python attacks, can heal quickly. Draw. Fighting against the Black Flame of the Phoenix God King. Those black flames are extremely terrifying. Even Vidra's skin can be burned. Though Vidra is brave, he is gradually falling into the disadvantage. Battles on the ground are also exceptionally fierce. Though the soldiers of the Earth Defense Force are all very brave, the strength of those unexpectedly ferocious beasts, just too powerful. Soldiers and transformed beings keep falling. It has stained the entire Himalayan mountain range. See it all clearly. Extremely anxious inside. Fighting like this, and if we can win in the end, we'll pay an extremely heavy price. Must fight quickly and decisively. Understand with a glance. Decided to use the hidden card. Form of the Ancestor Dragon. Roar angrily for my entire life. Activated the full Ancestor Dragon True Form skill. Body begins to grow wildly. 100 meters 1 kilometer. 1,000 meters 100,000 meters. Million meters in the blink of an eye. Have become a head. 7-colored Ancestor Dragon over 1,000,000 meters long. Enormous body blocks out the sky and the sun. Larger than the entire Earth. Terrifying ancestral dragon aura that reaches the extreme. Emanates from my body, sweeping through the entire solar system. The ferocious beasts of desire voluntarily kneel down, tumbling all over, daring to even move. Hound God King, Phoenix God King and Octopus God King, though felt this terrifying aura. Faces instantly turned pale. Ancestor Dragon is the complete true form of the Ancestor Dragon. Octopus God King's teachings to students is full of fear. Isn't it impossible that the Ancestor Dragon has already gone extinct? Hound God King exclaimed in horror. Phoenix God King also trembled all over. Trace of complex light flashed in their eyes. Looked at them. Old killing intent flashed in my eyes. Time to end this. Opened my bloody mouth. Suddenly activated the Devour Heaven and Earth skill. Huge black hole appeared in the sky. Powerful sharpness instantly swept across the entire battlefield. Countless alien warships. Fierce beasts were sucked into the black hole, leaving not a trace behind. Hound God King, Phoenix God King, Octopus God King, also sucked into the black hole's sharpness. 100 seconds, sap. Aim order/count, shaking and teetering. Oh, I don't want to die. Hellhound King emits a desperate roar, hitting desperately against the sharpness of the black hole. Phoenix God King and Octopus God King also resist with all their might. Their resistance appears so insignificant before me. Suddenly intensify the sharpness. Hellhound King is the first to hold on no longer. Body is gradually sucked into the black hole. Phoenix and Octopus desperately shout to save the dying Hellhound King. The Phoenix God King and Octopus God King are too preoccupied. No time to save him. The end. Hellhound King is completely swallowed by the black hole. The end. Hellhound King is completely swallowed by the black hole. Successfully devoured the God King and the three-headed Hellhound. Cleared a 100,000 times critical hit. And 11 growth points. Congratulations, host, the Ancestral Dragon bloodline concentration has surpassed the critical value. Locked the Ancestral Dragon's innate talent, all laws are chaotic. Congratulations, all your skill levels have exceeded the limit. Promoted to divine level. Moment the mechanical eagle exploded in my mind. Even more terrifying force than before. Surging through my bloodline throughout my body. My 100,000 meter long 7-colored Ancestral Dragon true form. Series of majestic golden runes appear. Rune contains the power of the law that devours everything. Octopus God King floating nearby. Seeing that the Hellhound King couldn't even hold on for 10 seconds. Was completely devoured by me. Countless tentacles instantly tense. Green blood drips from the suckers. Greed in his eyes is completely replaced by extreme fear. Never expected. 3 God Kings working together. I've lost one in just an hour. The Phoenix God King who was fighting alongside him slowly retracts the black flames on his body. Pair of Phoenix eyes burning with ghostly fire. Staring fixedly at the Octopus God King. Somehow subtly aligning with my intentions. Octopus God King instantly sensed something was wrong. Out a sharp scream. Mental power sweeps across the scene. Phoenix, what are you doing? To betray the divine palace, Phoenix God King. It's a cold Phoenix cry. Warmth in his voice. Frail. I've never been part of the divine palace from the start. Zulone personally instructed and trained. Killed the chaotic demon lord from the outside. Traitors have defected to the demon lord. Debts of countless civilizations should also be settled. Was suddenly shocked. Asked demon lord. Zulone's teachings. This is a rebellion I have never heard of in my past and present. I can clearly feel flames on the Phoenix God King. Though black, carry no trace of evil. Instead, in a trace of the ancestral Zulong power that shares my origin. This moment, Octopus God King suddenly emits a frenzied wicked laugh. Entire body suddenly explodes. Countless tentacles like swords shoot out in all directions. Didn't choose to fight me directly. Instead, he plans to self-destruct his clone to protect the main body and escape. He forgot. I'm now awakened. Innate talent of the ancestral dragon, all laws are chaotic. I possess a miraculous mental power. Scanning within a radius of 1,000,000 kilometers. Even a grain of dust's movement. Escape my detection. Late to run. Suddenly flap my sky-shielding dragon wings. Instant skill activation with a word. A word. Entire space instantly freezes. Tentacles shooting out. Main body of the Octopus God King about to vanish into the void. All frozen in place. Not even a trace of movement. The eyes of the Octopus God King. The first time, complete despair appears. Never expected. I have already become so powerful. Capable of controlling the laws of space. Slowly open my jagged mouth. Black hole reappears. 50 seconds, sep. Order/count, terrifying sharp moment. Following his entire body along with all his tentacles. Lost is successfully devouring the God King level void octopus. Hearing 100 million times critical hit. Getting 5 billion growth points. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the mastery of space law at the perfect level. Congratulations to the host for upgrading the purification level to the mythic body. Purifications meet the conditions to break through to the God King body. I break through immediately? System's prompt sound hasn't finished. Just felt from the distant void. Sinister aura that is 100 times more terrifying than the combined 3 God Kings. Rapidly approaching. Aura is cold and violent. If about to drag the entire universe into chaos. Precisely the chaos demon lord spoken of by the Phoenix God King. Instantly suppressed the thought of breaking through immediately. Breaking through the God King body requires time. The chaos demon lord has already arrived. Phoenix God King sensed that aura. Feathers instantly exploded. Out a hurried phoenix cry. Good, the demon lord is breaking the wind. Deal set by Lord Zulong with his life. Been broken by their 3 traitors. At this moment, purple-black clouds in the entire sky instantly turned into sticky blood red. Huge and incomparable demon shadow slowly stepped out from the void crack. Body is boundless and endless. One eye, larger than the earth, is the chaos demon lord. Blood-red tree-like horns lock onto me tightly. Let out a wild laugh that shatters the galaxy. Unexpectedly, old dragon from the ancient family has been dead for so many years. There is still a successor left. Perfect, then I can swallow you. Can completely control this universe. Or my words finished. Suddenly stretched out a sky-covering demon claw, fiercely grabbing towards Earth. Demon claw is wrapped with chaotic demon energy. Wherever it passes, stars shatter. Void collapses. 50 seconds, sep. Order/count, once he lets go of this search. Entire Earth will instantly turn into cosmic dust. Shuai's love and career are like theirs. The ground, feeling this terrifying aura. Face instantly turned pale. And breathing became incredibly difficult. None of them retreated. Clenched their weapons tightly. Staring fixedly at the simulation in the sky. Behind them are countless survivors. It's the homeland they must protect. Looked at that claw coming down. There's not a hint of fear in my eyes. Instead, a raging battle ignited. My past life, I survived half my life. Tragically under Hu Shao Tian's feet. This life, I rose from the valleys of Shenanjia. Tributing dead wilderness stones. Activating the infinite devouring system. Powering and evolving all the way. An ordinary steed. Turning into a guardian inherited from the ancestral lineage. To mention a chaotic demon lord. And if the entire chaos abyss comes to oppose, will never retreat a single step. To move the earth. Just pass my test. Issued a dragon roar that shook the universe. 7-colored dragon ginseng, 1,000,000 meters long, suddenly surged upward. Ancestral dragon's true body pushed to the extreme. Laws clear, innate powers fully unleashed. Golden runes on my body burst out with dazzling light. Opened my huge mouth. Using the devouring heaven and earth skill. It to an unprecedented extreme. Black hole 1,000 times larger than before. Instantly appeared in the universe. Stubbornly blocked the chaotic demon lord's claw. Deafening crack sounded. Claw and the black hole collided fiercely. Entire solar system trembled violently. Surrounding asteroids instantly turned into powder by the shockwave caused by the collision of the 2 forces. Chaotic demon lord roared in furious rage. Is this possible? Just a little bae who just awakened the ancestral dragon bloodline. Could you possibly withstand my attack? Also couldn't believe. It actually reached the mythic realm. Coming his God King peak. Doesn't know his opinions. Infinite devouring system can devour everything. Transform into my own strength. Now he was searching. Painting chaotic demon energy. Half of it has already been swallowed by my black hole. Transformed into my growth points. Successfully devoured chaotic demon energy. 10 billion growth points. Connecting current host growth points. Conditions for breaking through the divine net body are met. Through immediately? Through immediately. Roared inwardly, ding. And breaking through, consuming 10 billion growth points. Through begins. An instant. Indescribably terrifying force. Erupted violently within my body. Body once again expanded rapidly. Soaring from hundreds of thousands of meters to tens of millions of meters. 7 colored scales turned into a pure purple gold color. Each scale engraved complete cosmic laws. Second pair of dragon horns grew on my head. Dragon wings behind me also became 4 pairs. A cave can traverse the starry river. Time and space. And successfully broke through. Congratulations to the host for ascending to the divine king body, ding. Ancestral dragon bloodline concentration reached 100%. Locking the complete ancestral dragon inheritance. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the ultimate skill. Ancestral dragon is heaven. Unprecedented power. Filled every inch of my body. This moment. A single thought. Make stars in life. First time in space. Chaos Demon Lord sensed the surging aura on my body. First time, fear appeared in his eyes. Finally understood. What he provoked was not a little sister. Truly growing. Ancestral dragon. Oh, impossible. Ancestral dragon is dead. Cannot reach this realm. Roared wildly. Unleashing all his chaotic demon energy. Exploding everything. Entire body fully revealed. Stood me fiercely. To do his best. Kill me before I fully control the power. Now he. My eyes. Just a slightly bigger Lubaha. Looked at the chaotic demon lord rushing over. Full of disdain. Your previous life, you caused the death of Zulong. Slaughtered thousands of civilizations. Manipulated ferocious beasts to maintain the universe. This life, I will uphold justice. Justice for all the lives you harmed. Zulong is heaven. Roared loudly. Ultimate skill activated instantly. Entire universe seemed to stand still at this moment. Endless black hole appeared. The void. Enveloping the entire body of the chaotic demon lord. Fine devouring force. Frantically tore his body. Integrating his chaotic demon energy. Chaotic demon lord let out desperate, miserable screams. Desperately trying to break free. To no avail. Power. Body. Soul. Being devoured bit by me. Less than 10 seconds. Arrogant chaotic demon lord. Completely devoured by me. Even a remnant soul left. Successfully devoured the chaotic demon lord, triggering a critical hit. And 1 trillion growth points. Congratulations to the host for breaking through to the universe divine body. Becoming the supreme guardian of this universe. Congratulations to the host for unlocking the ultimate passive, cosmic symbiosis. Host coexists with this universe. Universe is eternal. Host is immortal. The system prompt sound falls. Blood-colored clouds instantly dissipate. Ending sunlight once again bathes the entire earth. Remaining alien warships in the sky. Seeing the demon lord being swallowed by me in one gulp. Already terrified out of their wits. All turned their ships around, trying to escape the solar system. Coldly swept a glance at them. Once again activated the law of speech. The invading extraterrestrial beasts attacking Earth are assisted. A single word spoken. Fleeing alien warships. Instantly shattered into pieces. Into cosmic dust. Along with those. Fierce beasts still fighting on the ground. Instantly turned into flying ash. Battle is over. Slowly retracted. Ancestral dragon's true form. Transformed back into a 100-meter-long multicolored giant python. Did on the summit of the Himalayas. History leader Long Shuayao Susu. Golden giant python. Draw. All the survivors gathered around. Bowed deeply to me. Echoed throughout the entire mountain range. 55 seconds, separated by. Game order/count, spread across the entire Earth. 1. Earth is safe. Is Lord Zulong. It was Lord Zulong who saved us. Qin Yi. Looking at me as if. Tears and stars fill his eyes. Gently touched my scales with his hand. King voice, Master. Did it. Gently nuzzled his hand with my head. Mental power softly transmitted into his mind, I said. Will protect the Earth. Protect you all. The days to come. Earth ushered in true peace. Using the alien technology and cosmic laws I devoured. Helped the Earth repair the wounds caused by war. Restoring the destroyed cities to life. Those who lost their minds in the cosmic catastrophe. So, under my ancestral glory's evolution. Gained consciousness. Coexisted peacefully with humans. Yi Ru's Qin Group. Built the global communication network. The human world, which was on the brink of collapse. Connected once again. By Long Shuai, the Earth Defense Army and the Golden Python. Qin Gang and others formed the Cosmic Patrol Team. Protecting the safety of the solar system. While Susu used his influence. Other survivors from around the world. Establishing a new homeland. That everyone can live peacefully. Have a stable life. Did not choose to leave Earth. Go deep into the universe. I'm still that. Mortal horse that came out of Shenanjia. Now I have something I want to protect. Built a military base in the valley of Shenanjia where I was. This Qin Yi. Xiaoming often brings supplies to see me. Tell me about the changes in the outside world. Golden Giant also often comes to find me. Lead the mountain streams clear spring. Thinking about past lives and present. Brothers who share life and death in previous lives. Occasionally, I transform into a streak of light. Through various corners of Earth. Watching children run under the sun. Watching the city streets bustling with traffic. Watching the mountains and rivers call back to life. No, this is meaning of my life and death protection. 3 months later. I'm circling the highest peak of the Himalayas. Looking at this vibrant planet beneath my feet. Behind me are Qin Yi and the Golden Python. A face with a relaxed smile. Mental power has spread throughout the universe. Sensing signals from countless civilizations. Planets once invaded by ferocious beasts. Meaning that I defeated the Chaos Demon Lord. Main forces of the external beasts. All send communications. To establish diplomatic relations with Earth. From a cosmic peace alliance. Smile and agree. My previous life, I was just an ordinary person struggling in the wasteland. Fighting for survival. This life, I devour meteorites. Activate the giant python system. Powering and purifying. Ultimately becoming the guardian of the universe. I've never transformed into a human form. All that immortal unicorn clad in rainbow-colored armor. I have become the person I wanted to be. Protect those I wish to protect. Protect this blue planet. Protect the peace of this universe. Light shines on my scales. Collecting a dazzling rainbow glow. And sea of clouds surges. Starry river sparkles.